Hey guys, so today I am here to touch base on the whole skinny shaming. And let me just say, like in the very beginning, skinny shaming is the same thing as fat shaming. It's the same thing as slut shaming. It's the same thing as gay shaming. All of the four things plus more are the same exact thing. And so if you think that slut shaming is wrong, but you're skinny shaming, it's just as bad and you're being a hypocrite. And adding on to the hypocrite thing, I think, and so many other people think, that most thick girls, probably like 90% of thick girls, are absolute total hypocrites, whether you want to admit it or not, they are. Because one, why can a curvy or thick girl tell me that I'm anorexic or that I'm bulimic, but I can't call you fat? Why can you tell me to gain weight, but I can't tell you to lose weight? Why can you love your curves, but I can't love my bones? I think that all three of those things go together, and I absolutely think that they are all the same thing. If a thick girl comes up to me and tells me to gain 10 pounds, I'm gonna tell her to lose 10 pounds, because it's not fair for you to put a label on me and I can't put a label on you. And I don't think people can understand that. I think that people think that being called anorexic doesn't hit a nerve, because in all reality, anorexic is probably worse than being called anorexic is probably worse than being called fat, because one, anorexia and bulimia is they're caused by someone thinking that they're not good enough, thinking that no one would want them, and it's a mental disease. People don't understand that they are mental diseases and they are mentally sick. They are sick and they need help. And branching off of that, people think that, well, thin girls think that no one's gonna want them because all the quotes that go around saying real men love curves, dogs love bones, because that's not true. That is not true absolutely at all. That is absolutely horrible. And because last time I checked, if I was in a row with a bunch of thicker girls, I could walk away with the cutest guy there, because us thin girls can pull just as many guys as you thick girls can. But I don't get how people's mindsets work when they think it's okay to call someone anorexic. I don't think that people realize that's even worse than me calling you fat. But I will call you fat if you call me anorexic, because it's the same thing. And I know it's the same thing, and I believe it's the same thing, and I'm not the only one that believes it's the same thing, because every thin girl watching this video right now can relate. And I think a lot of this has come from the theory that only models can be a size 0, 00, or 2. And that's not true. I've heard and seen so many plus size models, so many plus size celebrities. So that is not true at all. So I don't even know how people can use that anymore when there are and has been plus size models that aren't size 2s and 0s. So people can't necessarily use that as an excuse anymore. So it's just boggles my mind. And it's also so confusing how, not hating on Meghan Trainor or anything, but it's so confusing. It's so crazy how she can make a song all about skinny shaming and how she wouldn't want to be skinny and how confident she is, but if a thin girl let's say like Taylor Swift or Selena Gomez made a song praising skinny girls, they would get bashed so much because they're praising thin girls and not thick girls. In my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions, it's not right to label people. It's not right for you to tell me how to eat and what to put in my body, because it's my body, not yours. So you shouldn't tell me to gain weight. You shouldn't tell me to gain weight, because that is wrong. It's amazing how much skinny shaming is overlooked, because I don't know, I just think that people really need to like dig deep and realize that people think it's okay to make fun of a skinny person, but it's horrible to make fun of a thicker person. That's like saying if a poor person made fun of a rich person, oh, it's so funny. But if a rich person made fun of a poor person, it's not okay. And those are the same exact things. It's the same exact thing. As another comparison, it's the same thing as racism. If like an African American person like calls a white person a cracker or whatever and makes fun of them, it's okay. But if a white person made fun of a black person, they would be called racist, or they would be like different. Not different. I don't know how to put it. It's just people think that that's okay, but people need to like broaden their horizon and realize that it's the same exact thing, and if people don't get that, they don't. Oh my, it's just, oh my gosh, just doesn't make sense to me how, I don't get it. But I guess that's all that I have to say about it. But I hope if anything you take away from this video is that, like I said, skinny shaming is just as bad as everything else, and you shouldn't tell someone to lose weight, to gain weight, because it's the same thing as someone telling you to lose weight. And that's what I hope you get out of this video, if anything, that us skinny girls are we're just as good as you thick girls, and not to put labels on people. So I guess that's all. There's nothing else for me to say, I guess. So bye guys.